Welcome back. The Nigerian military is one of the best in Africa. So why is fighting insurgency such a big task? Let's continue our discussion with Professor Adigbolu. Boko Haram started out as an internal problem. I mean, couldn't we have just fought Boko Haram as an internal problem without making it an international business? Now we're looking for people to come and help us fight what's that?
Marachi, unfortunately, the time for that is gone. You recall, we were saying this in over and over and over again on all the media that, look, this is the time to actually stem this ugly tide of Boko Haram when it was just Bojoni. Remember your forum, when was that? Was it 2010 as well, when I delivered a lecture on the homegrown terror, and I tried to this Boko Haram thing. That time, we could have stopped Boko Haram. We had all it took to actually stop Boko Haram and nip this ugly trend in the bud. But the government was dilly-dallying with it. In fact, to the extent of even playing the ostrich, denying whether Boko Haram actually existed or not, until these people were actually growing, and eventually they now got a franchise with the international terrorist group. So now it's not within the purview of Nigeria. Nigeria cannot fight it alone at all. It has gone beyond that. So when Boko Haram was homegrown terror that we could tame, that time had gone. Okay, we didn't do it that time because we were playing politics with others. So now it has acquired international status. Which
is why the president has been invited to the
Exactly. We can't do it alone anymore. We can't do it alone. In fact, apart from our immediate neighbors, we even need UN to give us some logistics. We need to move ahead of the Boko Haram. We should be able to infiltrate the rank of Boko Haram because they have infiltrated our own rank, and that's why they take steps ahead of the army here. You were asking the question the other time, how come in spite of all this, they are still bombing? Because they have their own intelligence. Okay, they gather their own intelligence that tells them what to do, when not to venture and all that. So we should be wiser than them, and that is one thing we are not doing yet. And I believe that part of going out and traveling to our neighbors and all that is, I think the new government is trying to make sure that that one happens. And there is a lot that the government can actually gather from other security experts that are not necessarily army.
Drawing from your knowledge on international terror and so on, does it make any sense to move the battle and draw the line?
It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. It shows the seriousness of the government in power. It shows that, look, we are ready to do battle with you. This time it's no matter. That's why it's very funny when some people were talking about amnesty for Boko Haram. I wonder, which Boko Haram are you giving amnesty? What do you know that they need? What do you know that they are asking for that you want to palliate them? These are not people you can give anything to. You say you want to palliate them for anything. No, they are out for war. Because they want to impose their own system on the existing system. And so no civilized government will take that. So it's war. So if it is that, so we know that it is only the command structure of the army where the chief of army itself will be, okay, with all the paraphernalia and all the arsenal. That is where it should be. And that's exactly what is happening now. The argument of all those who oppose it, actually, they also have their own point. But you see, this is a very drastic problem that requires a drastic solution. Okay? To allay the fear of those who do not like the method, there are so many things, there are so many surveillance devices you can use to even monitor. All these places they pass through, these are arid area, okay, that you can see somebody in some kilometers away. So what happened to all these gadgets that we can use to actually monitor or surveil people? How do they come to take over territories and kill people and all that? So they are not ghosts. They pass through, territories and all that. So how come they escape the eyes of the military that are supposed to be guarding the area? So these are questions that some people should be asking.
But the Nigerian army is said to be one of the best in Africa. I mean, we've heard stories about, their prowess in Liberia, in Sierra Leone, and now we have an internal problem, and it seems like the army is struggling. The army does seem to be struggling at this time. Are we like, the Iraqi army that has been said to lack the political will to fight ISIS? Are we just like that? We have what it takes, but we lack the political will.
The government that just left actually lacked the political will to fight Boko Haram. We knew that for certain. We said it over and over again. There are so many things the army could do. Even up to now, the unfortunate thing is that when you talk about fighting against terror or actually warding off terrorism from your territory, people easily talk. I mean, people always think about the army and all that. There are so much that security experts can do without carrying guns. In fact, the world today had actually gone beyond just carrying gun alone. So there are so many other technologies that you can use actually to surveil and to make sure that you stop them from even penetrating your territory in the first place. Because it is when they enter into your facility, they begin to perpetrate all this mayhem. It's not as if our military are not capable. It depends on the political way to drive, the force within the army to act. It's not as if they have the capability. Like you said, they won so many laurels in international, events and all that. How come when they come here, politics and so many other considerations that have actually choked the way to fight? We believe that the new government that is coming in power will not allow any of such politics, local or petty politics or ethnic or whatever, to hamper it from actually fighting this war on terror, with all the determination it deserves. In fact, in the campaign strategy, in the campaign, what do you call it now, mantra, is that, look, I'm going to end Boko Haram. So, and no sooner he actually got sworn in than he traveled out and began to make all the contacts around. So we know that he is going to be able to do something that will make Nigerians smile.
Professor Debulu, thank you so much. You've really learned a lot from me today.
It's my pleasure.
I'm sure you'd like to add your voice to the conversation this week. Tell us what you think. Will international support help us in the fight against Boko Haram? Write to us via our page on Facebook or on Twitter. The addresses are on your screen. Join us again next time on the program. I am Amarachi Ubani. Take care now.